You are watching Football Latin America on NBC. And welcome to FedEx Field as we get set for our Week 4 Sunday Night Football matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. We're about 30 minutes or so away from kickoff here as we break down Week 4 of the NFL season. A lot of big-time matchups today, including some undefeated teams going down. The New Orleans Saints took a shellacking of the Green Bay Packers 35-13. That was definitely a shocker, as well as the Houston Texans upending the Cincinnati Bengals via a Sam Darnold game-winning drive. But our first highlight that we're going to look at today was a battle between backup quarterbacks between the Bears and the Falcons. In a battle of the backup quarterbacks, the 1-2 Chicago Bears traveled to Atlanta to take on the 1-2 Atlanta Falcons. Davis Mills, the number 11 overall pick, made his third career start for the Falcons today, while Tracy McSorley, the backup for the Bears going against an injured Brad Kaya, made his second career start today. And here is Amir Abdullah punching in this touchdown in the second quarter to put the Bears on the board 7-0. But for Davis Mills, it was a rough day at the office for the young quarterback as he fires an interception right there. Just don't know where that throw was going. Looks like it just got away from him right there. He's got to do a better job making his throws more on point. He had a lot of bad throws in this game, and Trace McSorley made him pay for it as he found Isaiah Ford. When you have all day to sit in the pocket as a quarterback, good things will happen, and that was McSorley's first career pass touchdown. The Bears went up 14-0 there. But Devonta Freeman, he didn't stop trying for the Falcons today as he busted off this long run, finally put the Falcons in Bears territory. And then a few plays later, Freeman on the 1-yard line punches it in for the touchdown. But the Falcons would just simply run out of time here. 4th and 16, they go for it. Pass is knocked away, incomplete. And the flag would be holding on the Falcons. It would be declined, and the Bears escape with a 20-7 victory. Atlanta's offense looking really, really bad in the early portion of the season. Coming up next, Tony Dungy sits down with Detroit Lions quarterback Harold Henderson as they have a talk about his career so far. Correction, Trey Burton is also in the pattern here. Henderson takes that, doesn't like what he sees, that's going to take off right here. Henderson is fighting, he fumbled the football, and the Redskins have recovered it. Oh my goodness. So the holding penalty, Maya Tahuma wipes out 4th down and 10 here for Henderson. He sets, Henderson is going to be thrown down in the backfield. Sack again led up by Williams. And so last year, to put it lightly, you guys really took a beating there in the NFC Championship game. What do you have to say overall about how your season went? Well, I think that's kind of a negative way to kind of look at the way the season went. We got Detroit to the first playoff win since 1957. I mean, the second playoff win since 1957. I think that's a really positive takeaway. But obviously, that's not the way you want your season to end. You never want your season to end like that. But I think there's a lot of positive things that we learned from a bad experience, and hopefully we can take that into this matchup with Washington. Hopefully, come out a lot better in this game. I can definitely agree when you say to look at the positives of your situation. But you had such a great rookie season, the best rookie season running quarterback in NFL history. How do you really improve upon that, Well, for one, my completion percentage wasn't 100%, but on a serious note, 8 interceptions is too much. And last week, again, I threw 3 interceptions. That's unacceptable. And 8 interceptions were unacceptable last year. I want 0 interceptions. I want no interceptions. I want all touchdowns. And I want a higher completion percentage. That's how I can improve upon it. So I've been doing everything in my power to kind of make sure that I'm better in every game that I play. You were a polarizing prospect, to say the least, in the 2019 NFL Draft, and even afterwards during the whole Dategate fiasco during the season with Amanda Cerny. Kind of describe how you've been dealing with the haters so far in the NFL. Honestly, I'm an introvert, so I just let my play on the field really talking. If you don't think I'm a good quarterback at this point, then I don't know what you're watching. If you don't like me, then fine. I really don't care what you think. I'm just gonna go out there, gonna do my thing, I'm just gonna have fun. And that's the main reason why I play football. I play quarterback because I have so much fun playing the position, and I'm not gonna let some random haters deter me from playing. About a week ago, you made a post on your Instagram with the TBT of you throwing football when you were young. How long have you been into football, and were you a Lions fan, kinda growing up in Michigan? I've been watching football since 2007, and yeah, I've been a Lions fan the whole time. I've been through 16, the one playoff win, 1957, and all that stuff. And that's why it means so much that I was really drafted by them. It's crazy. It's always been my dream scenario to be a Detroit Lion, and to have it actually come true is really crazy. But I've been a Lions fan. I've also rooted for certain players like Jared Goff and others, Mark Sanchez. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know you're very close friends with Redskins receiver Ryan Darty, which begs me to ask the question: who's gonna have the better game tonight, you or Ryan? Oh man, that's a tough one. I don't wanna. I'd love to bet on myself, but it's really hard betting against Ryan. He tore us up the first meeting. He didn't do anything in the NFC Championship game, but I can't really talk. He didn't do anything, but um, I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna have the better game. Hopefully Ryan doesn't see this, but I'm gonna bet on myself. I think I'm gonna have the better game, so we'll see. That was my interview with Lions quarterback Caleb Henderson. He's a bright young kid. I think he's got a solid future ahead of him as one of the young quarterbacks that's gonna be the face of the NFL. But let's get to the next game recap. This game just concluded between the Chargers and the Bills. Chargers Bills, the game of the day for pretty much everyone. Between 2-2-1 AFC teams, everyone pretty much predicted that this would be a shootout, a high-scoring game. That didn't quite end up being the case. We'll pick you up here late first quarter. Chargers already up 7-0, and the Bills would have their punt block and return back for a kick six, I guess, as Tyler takes it back into the end zone for the touchdown. And just like that, the LA Chargers are up 14-0. But Lamar Jackson turning back the clock to his Louisville days. Look at this run. Whoop! With the spin move, breaks a tackle, makes a juke move, 31-yard gain for Jackson on the scramble right there. Looking like the former Heisman Trophy winner he was, Bills would have to settle for a field goal on that drive, though, make it a 14-3 game. Next drive for Buffalo, Christian McCaffrey blown up in the backfield. He had a rough day on this afternoon. 15 carries, 36 yards. Ouch. Now let's go late fourth quarter here now. A 20-9 game. Lamar Jackson just throws it away here. Bills have to settle for a field goal. They would try an onside kick right here, needing to get a lucky bounce to stay in this one. And by God, they did get that lucky bounce. And the Bills would take over at their own 44-yard line. Mike McCoy could not believe it, but he can believe this. Lamar Jackson looking for Sterling Shepard, but the pass is intercepted by Jason Verrett. And with that, the LA Chargers, they would tack on a field goal toward the end of this one, but they would knock off the Bills, the former AFC champions from last year, 23-12. Lamar Jackson 31-39 with 245 yards and an interception. Decent day at the office for him, but still a loss. Kickoff in Landover, Maryland for Sunday Night Football is about 15 minutes away, and as you can see, the Redskins defense is ready. But coming up next, the panel will sit back and break down how this Detroit Lions defense has played as well as they have so far, and how they can possibly shut down the Washington Redskins, or how the Washington offense can figure out this vaunted Lions defense. But first, Mike Tirico sits down with Redskins wide receiver Ryan Darty, who has quickly already become one of the faces of the NFL and one of the best young receivers in the league. After going 3-12-1 a year ago, the Washington Redskins go 13-3 this season and win Super Bowl 54. Last year, you guys obviously won the Super Bowl. How does it feel to get to the mountaintop as a rookie, which is something that it takes other players, their entire career to work towards?
Winning the Super Bowl in general is a great accomplishment in your NFL career, but winning it as a rookie is something else. Not only are you adding a ring to your collection so early, but you're getting a lot of confidence. I know I didn't have the best of performances, but I know if we make it back, I'm going to do good and maybe, just maybe, I'll have that Super Bowl MVP.
What are your goals as it pertains to the rest of the 2020 campaign for you guys?
My goals for 2020 are to win the NFC Best Receiver Award. I think that would be pretty cool in my second season. I want to improve my stats because if I want to win that award, I got to do better on the field, and we have to beat the Lions every chance we get to.
That leads me to this. You and Lions quarterback Caleb Henderson are very close, right? I understand you guys have known each other since high school, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we go back since high school. We have a lot of the same interests, which has led to a pretty good friendship over the years. We were also roommates in college at Eastern Michigan University, and we did a lot of great things with their football program.
Yes, you guys definitely really elevated Eastern Michigan to another level back in your 2018 season. But you guys are 2 years removed now from playing on the same team. Are you guys still close now, even though you've been in new locations for the past couple of years?
Well, of course, we're still close friends. Just because we're on different football teams doesn't mean that our friendship's going to get torn apart. We always have a way to poke fun at each other, and those Lions Redskins games are always fun to play in.
All right, I got one last question for you. Who's gonna perform better tonight, you or Caleb?
I'm obviously going to perform better. Thank you for the easy question. All respect to Caleb, but I'm the better player. Got to throw the pregame trash talk. Just a usual thing we do when the Lions and Redskins play each other. Redskins going to win it by like 80.
Very fun interview with Ryan Darty right there. He's a great guy, and I hope he does well tonight. But coming up next, as promised, we're gonna preview this Lions defense and how they can possibly be beat. It's no secret that so far through the 2020 season, the biggest story of the year has been the Detroit Lions defense. And it's no secret that the Lions defense has been playing at historic levels. Whether it be not letting the Seahawks cross midfield or holding them to 57 total yards, or holding the Green Bay Packers last week to 3 first downs on offense, this Lions defense just finds ways to continue to get it done. And it's so remarkable that you look at the way this Lions defense has performed. They've only given up 2 touchdowns throughout the first 3 weeks, and a grand total of 23 points in general. Yes, 23 points, and 7 came off of a pick 6. So technically, they only gave up 16 points, but it's just so remarkable looking at the way that the Lions defense plays, especially in the new era of the NFL. But we want to talk about how this Washington Redskins offense can possibly figure out the Lions defense. We're going to look at the past 2 touchdowns that the Lions have given up this season. First, let's look at the one against the Buccaneers here. Look at what happens here. Mike Evans beats Darius Slay off of the jam, and he just has an easier route to the end zone. Simple as that. Darius Slay just got beaten off the jam, and I think that quarterbacks, I should say, need to stop being so scared of testing Darius Slay. Let's look at the second one here against Green Bay Packers. Notice what you'll see is Ziggy Ansah playing coverage 20 yards downfield. That's a huge mistake. And then looking at what happened after the catch, Steve Tabor took a horrible angle. So it's definitely some mistakes. I don't know, shoddy play calling by the Lions, having Ziggy Ansah not rushing the pass and be back in coverage. But it's definitely going to be very hard, I think, for the Redskins to figure out this Lions defense. But I definitely think that if they put their minds to it, they will be able to. Coming up next, we'll give our final predictions on what will happen tonight on Sunday Night Football as Steve Tabor walks around firing up this Lions defense. Welcome back here inside this window studio, but we got about 30 seconds here to kind of break down who you will be picking this week. Rodney, let's first start with you. Who do you have this week? You know what? I'm going to take the Redskins to win this one. I know it's a shocker. I'll take them to win 17-10. Tony, who do you got? You got about 10 seconds to explain your thoughts. You know what? I'm going to go with the Lions. I'll go with the Lions winning this one 21-15. That is my prediction. Alright, well that is all the time we have. As you can see, everyone is getting set to go here for Sunday Night Football, which will kick off in a matter of moments at FedEx Field. Hopefully this is the dandy that we think it will live up to Lions Redskins up next here on NBC.